Welcome or Fear the Walking Dead. This is episode 9 of season 6. I think this is kind of like originally going to be the mid-season premiere, but obviously this is our second episode back. Last episode, we lost our dear John Dory, and life is meaningless, and we'll see how they move forward now. It's going to be quite something, I think, to see the impact of this on the characters and the story, where they're going with such a big loss for the show. Yeah, I just want to see Dakota die. That's all I really need from the second half of this season. So if we get that at some point, cheers. But aside from that, this season has been incredible so far. I can't wait to see what the second half of it kind of has in store for us. And yeah, let's just get into the next one. Is she gonna like wear his hat and use his gun now?
Why did your sister kill my husband?
She's a psycho.
I don't know why she did it. I think you do.
Take the other hand.
Get out.
Oh dear. Lineups in the Walking Dead universe don't tend to end well.
Just keep calm and this won't escalate any further.
I'm about to escalate my foot up your ass.
Yeah, I hope Strand's got a big plan here, otherwise he's just pissing me off. How dare you?
Where is Dakota? Huh?
She's not on the ground, unfortunately.
Shame. That baby was gonna be a bright part of Lawton's future.
Don't kill her then. Genius.
I'm so sorry.
I'm right here.
Ha!
But she doesn't follow her own rules.
Oh, God damn it.
Because Janice didn't kill Ranger Camp.
Ha!
It was Dakota.
He's right. You follow her, you'll end up dead like Cameron.
The hell you doing?
Tom, it'll be one of us.
It'll be you if you don't.
Yes.
Now the hell are you doing?
You entrusted me to build an army. You should have been careful about who I use it against.
Oh, yes! Thank God.
Stand down. This is all that has to happen.
Morgan! Don't anybody move!
Oh, now, come on.
Go.
Come any closer and I'll shoot! Get on the horn! Bring me Dakota!
She's got one hand, you can't hold her that tightly. Ha! Proper Western shootout, I like this.
Call them back.
Off with her head.
Grace and Daniel.
Morgan! Morgan!
Get him. Get him.
What the hell are you doing?
You need to learn to stop keeping people alive in this show.
You need medical attention, otherwise it's gonna kill you.
Shame.
It's for Grace. I took good care of her.
What, by pointing a gun at her head?
You know that.
Finally found out who saved me that night of the gulch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Who?
your sister.
Oh, that is some bullshit.
Mood.
God, what did you do to that child?
Oh boy.
She's not my sister.
She a kid.
My daughter.
She...
Oh. Cue the EastEnders theme tune. Ah! It's all kicking off this episode. She's having a really bad day. Not that I mind. Wow.
But I know you.
Oh! Stick of destiny!
People will die.
You're just as bad as she is, Morgan.
I mean, let's calm down, Sherry. She's really having a rough time. And I'm enjoying it.
Left me for dead. Sent a killer to chop my head off. And then your daughter killed one of the last friends I had in this world. So yeah, I'd kill you if I could. I'd like to do exactly what Dakota wants me to do. But I will not let that be the reason why I survived.
I'd be alright with it.
You have been busy.
Did you only just spot that?
We have.
Well, this is looking very nice.
I'm not
reminds me of my grandparents' farm outside.
I don't care what it reminds you of.
Strand's here. He brought company.
Great. Just what we need. Oh god, the whole crew's here. Feels weird when they actually have everyone in the same episode.
We'll take her.
You hear that? He means it.
I'll never get through those walls.
People will still get hurt.
I mean, they can try. They've got a big ass fucking truck out there.
I will go out there. I'll let you keep this place what it is.
Wanting what in return?
Dakota gets to live here. Now she gets a second chance. What she did to John, that was not her fault. It was mine.
They'll kill you.
Did you shoot him?
Maybe this is what she needs.
She needs to die.
You kill me, this fight ends. You secure the future of this place.
Sounds good to me.
Everything I did to keep y'all alive. Just like I'm doing now. By taking my medicine.
John's up in heaven like, really, bitch? What's one more body part chopped off? It's fine. That was very dramatic.
Future I'm trying to build. If we
Oh my
start
gosh,
like
this is messy.
and we're no better than you.
You can be better than her after you cut her head
That's the
off.
end of it. There's no satisfaction here.
I mean, there's a lot of satisfaction here.
You're gonna tell the truth.
What are you doing?
Oh. Tell Dakota.
Why is she here?
Oh, I'm sorry, is it not what you wanted?
Virginia, you killed our parents.
They were your...
I killed my parents, yes.
You murdered them.
I'm your mother. No. No, you gotta listen to me, alright? None of this was your fault.
I'm blaming her for quite a few things, actually.
This world...
I should have never been alive.
Don't you dare say that.
None of us should. Don't say that, please. No, just stop.
I do have to say, the actress playing Ginny is phenomenal in this episode.
But John just wanted the killing to stop. And I wanted to stop, don't you? Wanted to just stop?
What's one or two
I
more
figured
people?
we should start that by having her live.
Nah,
By making her live with what she's done.
nah.
That stays there until we need it again, and I pray to God that we don't.
You're gonna need it again.
That is not your call to make.
I really hope you know what you're doing, Morgan.
Well. Yes! Yes! Oh, I love these two.
He wouldn't be here.
It's a boy.
I don't know for sure.
It's another new child to name Morgan.
It was one of John's. He wrote it for you when he thought he wasn't going to see you again.
Oh.
And, well, I thought you should have it.
I think I'm gonna find it with them before I find it with you.
Okay.
Wow. Bet you're glad you did all that searching, eh, buddy?
We can face it together.
I wanted us to do this together. You made it clear you didn't.
I mean, yeah.
Why should I believe you now?
I'll give you a reason to come and join me.
Just give me a reason.
I'm gonna change her dressing.
Kill her.
I had a daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Rose. Of course, the love of my life was killed by someone's daughter they were trying to protect. In a way, this is exactly what I deserve.
Oh, that's not
Just
true.
trying to protect your kid.
Oh, shit.
This is the gun Dakota killed John with.
It was you, Virginia.
You're the reason.
Oh.
You always were.
No way!
Oh, shit! Took the bullet out and put it straight back fucking in. Oh, holy shit. Oh, if it isn't the consequences of your actions, bitch. Oh boy. Is she gonna go and like join Strand now or something maybe? Oh, that was badass. Well, holy shit. This season's not messing around really, is it? Yeah. That was another incredible episode. Bloody loved it. Very intense. Some satisfying moments there right at the end as well, particularly, which I like that we kind of got that straight after, you know, bit of a punch to the gut with the last episode losing John. But some really interesting stuff, and it does make me wish and hope that the second half of the season does just feature everyone a lot more. I know the formula can work, like every episode focuses on one or two different characters and stuff, but it is good to see everyone all together. And I suppose building this community, you kind of have to include everyone at that point. I mean, not everyone's together, obviously, because Sherry and her group are still off. Strand's not joining the community either. But yeah, I'm excited to see where all these different things are going to go now and what the focus is going to be, I guess, next. I'm assuming it's going to be the end is the beginning people that we kind of saw littered throughout the first half of the season, now that Ginny's out of the way. I assume that's going to be like the big conflict now, because otherwise, like, what the hell are they going to be doing for the next 7 episodes? So yeah, I bloody loved this episode. Right from the off, I think everyone was kind of giving it their all. Huge shout out, I think, also to, I think is her name Colby, the actress who plays Ginny. I thought she was incredible in this episode, like the different stuff she had to do. You know, those moments where she was kind of like preparing to be beheaded. Everything with that, I thought it was such a great performance. When she told Dakota that she was actually her mother, not her sister. Really, really great. So she's, you know, been a really interesting presence that the show's had. A very different sort of character, I think, we got with Ginny. And I do feel like we got the right amount of her as well. I'm glad, you know, they didn't drag it out with her for like the entire second half of the season. I feel like that probably would have been a bit too long, especially because we still have Dakota to deal with, and I feel like she's probably worse. So yeah, really interesting to see her make her exit and to see June do it as well, kind of like revenge for John, which I suppose isn't exactly what John wanted. You know, he didn't want people to die, he wanted that to stop and everything, like Morgan was talking about in his big speech. That's why he didn't kill Ginny. But I don't know, maybe he changed his mind once he got shot by a child, you know? Maybe he's like, you know what, screw it, let's kill these fuckers. We don't know, because he was a bit busy bleeding out and dying. But I don't blame June in the slightest for doing what she did, and there is kind of a beautiful irony, I think, to the fact that she had the chance to kill Ginny earlier this season, she didn't take it, she saved her life instead, patched her up again in this episode, and then was like, you know what, I'm still going to kill you. That was really cool. The fact that she kind of has John's hat and his gun now, and she killed Ginny with the gun that Dakota killed John with. You know, the kind of cyclical nature of that. She was still wielding a weapon, whereas Morgan had kind of put his down and planted it in the ground as like a symbol, but still the weapon was used very soon after that. So, you know, it's about what we still need to do or feel like we have to do to survive. Can Morgan's vision and everyone's vision for this new place and not having to kill all the time, is that really going to come to pass? Is that, you know, are we all too far gone? Are we all the same, as Ginny was trying to say? Really interesting stuff with that, and I can't wait to see what direction that's going to be taken in. But I'm kind of glad we got a bit of justice for John in that sense. Now we just need Dakota to get hers as well, because my god, just she's like so entitled about things. Like, she just has the guts to kill off John, and they'd be like, why isn't she dead? Why haven't you done what I wanted? Like, shut up. Ugh, god, I hope something bad happens. Anyway, it's fine, it's not a real child, you know. But yeah, seeing everyone come back together was great. Potentially a new direction for June as well. Kind of walking off at the end there, being like maybe she doesn't belong in this place because she, you know, she wants to go an extra mile to actually kill people. So I don't know if she's going to go off maybe and join Strand. That would be an interesting pairing with those two. And I'm glad that Strand was ultimately like turning this army against Ginny herself. So he was sort of on everyone's side, but mainly on his own side, because that's Strand. And, you know, while that is very true to his character, I'm also kind of on the fence with it, 'cause I'm like, well, you know, I do like characters to be developed and change, but maybe Strand's just never going to be developed in that way, which I guess is fine, because there is still a kind of a moral to him there, if Alicia tried to get her way. So he did do some good things, and I can understand if he feels like, okay, this place isn't for me, I'm going to go and, you know, lead this new group of people he's got under his control now, and I'm sure he will enjoy that power, so of course he's not going to give it up and just be like, oh yeah, let's settle in this happy, quiet new settlement. But he was like, I trust Morgan's judgment, like, you better be right about this, blah blah blah. So he's kind of gone off on his own and stuff. He's not being antagonistic really towards them, so I'm kind of fine with how things played out with Strand. I'm glad he wasn't just completely whipped by Ginny just because she gave him a bit of power. He kind of took it for himself. Which is probably for the best, because Ginny, she did not have an easy ride at all this episode. Overthrown in the first, like, 10 minutes, injured, shot in the shoulder, then shot in the head. Everything with that. Bad final few days for her, basically, but satisfying after the build-up since we met her at the end of last season. So that was all very well and good. I'm looking forward to seeing how this community is going to flourish now, how they're going to face the end as a beginning people, who I'm assuming are going to be the threat moving forward, and just to see everyone come back together, see Morgan and Grace reunited. I love those two so much, so that was a big punch to the air moment for that. See Grace's baby born and everything. Just, I guess, experimenting with the idea that they can live in that place without having to kill, or there's still going to be more battles to come yet. I mean, they've been renewed for another season, so something tells me more people are going to have to die at some point. But the idea that they're trying to build this community for themselves, like, this is kind of their Alexandria, I guess, from Walking Dead. So hopefully we'll see that kind of flourish and stuff. But also the idea like, oh, we don't need to kill anyone, there's a better way, we're no better than them if we, you know, just kill them and execute them and all that. I'm kind of over that at this point. You know, the very last episode proved that sometimes you just need to kill the people that aren't on your side in order to do, you know, what you need to survive, and then you can learn to live for yourselves afterwards and learn to be, you know, a bit more human again. But sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. You know, we've done the all life is precious stuff with so many characters at this point, and I'm over it. So I just be like, okay, some people we just need to kill to, you know, survive. Clearly the people that have, you know, the Morgan and everything have had to kill along the way, they have done bad shit, you know. It's not like it was completely undeserved for a lot of those people who died. But I guess, you know, I'm not in that world, so I'm not necessarily going to feel bad about it, just being an outside audience member. I'm not in that moment, I guess. Maybe I would feel differently if I actually was in that situation. I mean, to be fair, if I like had to, even if I didn't like the person, I was like, oh yeah, I need to chop her head off now, I probably couldn't do it either. But, you know, it's a TV show. So we'll see what happens with this new community, but I'm glad that kind of most of them are all together again, for the most part. So, but there'll be some cool stuff for Strand, I think, going forward, and June as well. And Sherry, I mean, did she have to phrase it quite like, I probably can move on and have a future with them, not you, Dwight, bye. Just when they find each other again. It's like, well, Dwight, maybe you can do better. I don't know. I do hope they'll patch things up, and maybe Sherry just has a lot of kind of healing to do, which I guess is fair enough, but it is kind of frustrating. It's like, no couple can stay together in this universe. We get, you know, Morgan and Grace reuniting, it's all very well and good, but Sherry and Dwight, stuff's awful. June and John separated because John's been murdered and dead, so, you know, it's like, just give us something. Come on, let them work it out. As opposed to the second they do patch things up, if they do, one of them's probably going to die because it's the Walking Dead universe. That's kind of how it works. So we'll see. But yeah, lots of interesting stuff with that. The revelation that Ginny is actually Dakota's mother, not her sister. I mean, very soap opera, but I think it kind of adds a bit more justification to how far Ginny was going to, like, protect Dakota, protect this secret. The fact that she knew or got glimpses of what Dakota was capable of, up until the point where she's kind of murdered people. You know, it provided an interesting kind of backstory there and a bit more extra motivation for her. And it showed that she really was genuine. Maybe it wasn't all about just the power she had for her, and that community she was building. You know, what it all came down to was she was willing to die in order for her daughter to have a good life. So she was being, I think, very genuine in that motivation. She just kind of then went about it in the wrong way with Lawton and everything. But that was still an interesting insight, and we'll see how Dakota kind of responds to that revelation, and then just to find out that as soon as she finds out her sister's actually her mother is now dead. I mean, I don't care that she suffers for it. I kind of hope she bloody does, because she killed John. But we'll see what they do with Dakota going forward, but I'm hoping they just, you know, I feel like, you know, keeping her alive, I think their hand will ultimately be forced, and they'll just have to be like, well, not going to work out, Dakota, bye. Because she cannot be trusted as far as you can throw her, and probably even less far than you can throw her, to be honest. So we'll see what happens with it, but some good stuff with that nonetheless. And Alicia trying to convince Strand to stay, that kind of argument, like, you're the one who did this, you're the one who made sure that we couldn't do this together. Strand's going to try and prove that to her, so there's, I imagine, an interesting story there as well that I'm excited for. And yeah, just lots of different things, but I am really intrigued to see what the next 7 episodes are going to bring, with most of the group all together. June kind of off, Strand off, Dakota orphaned, and those Ends the Beginning guys probably coming into more of a focus now. But yeah, another fantastic episode, really intense, like that line-up scene at the start. Oh boy. Yeah. The real question is, where the fuck is Skidmark? Like that, I'm still asking those questions, but maybe we'll get some more screen time for him eventually. Please. Please. But yeah, fantastic episode. Once again, this season's been awesome, and I look forward to seeing where this new story thread will take us, because who knows what's going to happen. I thought Ginny would be around for a little bit longer yet, but clearly not. So what's going to happen, who knows, but I'm very excited for the ride, because damn, this episode was great. I look forward to seeing where they take it. But yeah, that's going to be everything for now, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.